Mata Sita and Lakshman were staying by the banks of river Godavari. A hut was built for Mata Sita. One day, Mata Sita saw a deer shining like gold near the hut. She was spellbound by the beauty of the creature. Lord Ram promised to get it for her and went chasing behind the deer. Lakshman stayed back with Mata Sita. Suddenly, a cry for help was heard. "Save me! Save me, Lakshman!" Mata Sita was overwrought and forced Lakshman to go and help his elder brother. Marma vachan Sita bola, Hari prerit Lakshman bola. बनती सी देव सौंपी सबका हूं, चले जहां रावण सहित राव। Now, Mata Sita was all alone in the hut. Shortly after Lakshman left, a mendicant smeared with ash came to the hut asking for alms. Sita brought some fruits and offered them to the mendicant, who refused to receive the offering from the other side of Lakshman Rekha, the protective line drawn around the hut. Mata Sita crossed the line to feed the mendicant. Soon the itinerant monk laughed and grabbed her arm, tossed her over his shoulder and alighted a chariot that was hidden under the bushes. He was King Ravan in disguise. Mata Sita was scared and filled with sorrow. She knew that her absence would make Lord Ram anxious. She wondered how Lord Ram would know where she was being taken. She pulled off her armlets and anklets, the earrings and bangles, and all her jewelry, and dropped them below, one after the other, hoping they would create a trail for Lord Ram to follow. Suddenly, a huge bird appeared before the chariot. It was the old vulture named Jatayu who often kept watch over their hut. He spread his large wings and blocked the path of the flying chariot and challenged Ravan, the king of Lanka, to a duel. Ravan pulled out his crescent-shaped sword and attacked the bird. Jatayu struck Ravan with his massive wings, biting into his arms with his sharp beak and tearing his flesh with his sharp talons. There was a fierce battle. But Ravan was agile and powerful, and Jatayu was an old, aging bird. Jatayu bent down to gnaw at Ravan's toes. Ravan swung the heavy sword in an arc and slashed off one of the bird's wings, causing Jatayu to tumble down to earth from the sky. Jatayu was a close friend of Lord Ram in Panchavati, who was groaning in pain with a lost wing. Ravan laughed and flew with Sita towards his palace in Lanka. Mata Sita was in Lanka, captive and traumatized. Lord Ram was on the other shore, anxious and forlorn. A bridge had to be built across the sea. It was easy to cross a dense forest, but very difficult to cross a deep ocean. An infinite stretch of water merges with the sky at the horizon, with enormous waves crashing down like mountains falling into rubbles. There are fire-breathing creatures under the sea. Lord Ram prayed to the god of the seas, Varun, with folded hands and deep reverence again and again for days and nights. However, Varun did not appear, and silence echoed loud. Sri Ram was furious and took out his bow and arrows and aimed at the sea. And lo, Varun emerged out of the sea with folded hands. Sri Ram asked for help, but Varun was incapable and said that he shall not be able to change his nature and make a path for Sri Ram. He said that Sri Ram has to either fly over like Hanuman or make a bridge. Varun noticed the huge crowd of brave animals thronging around Lord Ram. He said, "Among the Vanaras, you have the great architects, Nala and Neela, the two sons of Agni, the fire god. They can help you build the bridge." Sri Ram was happy and he smiled. Valmiki says, Nal is an incarnate of Vishwakarma. Soon the Vanaras, the vultures, the bears and other animals joined together to plan and execute it. Ati uttang kiripad lilahi lehi uthai आनी देही नल निलही रचही ते सेतु बनाए. Carried huge boulders and gave them to Nal and Neela. They hurled them into the sea to construct the bridge. But the huge, heavy boulders floated and they drifted in different directions. That was a reason to worry. Hanuman then thought of a way. He etched the name of Sri Ram on the big rocks and then gave them to the architects. Then the rocks stayed glued together, forming a bridge moving towards the south where Sita was waiting. The marvelous bridge was constructed by the great architect Nal across the ocean infested by alligators. The radiant bridge shone brightly as the glistening stars of the Milky Way in the sky. Everyone wanted to witness the marvel. The Devatas, along with the Gandharvas, the Siddhas, Rishis, and other celestial beings appeared. They saw the intricate and complex art in a magnificent shape. The Vanaras rejoiced and leaped in exuberance. Jai Shri Ram! The unimaginable feat was looming large in front of all. The beauty was ineffable. The Ram Setu. Mata Sita was kept in Ashokavan. Hanuman crossed the sea in one long leap. He searched for her all over and finally found her in the garden of Ashoka trees next to the palace. He saw there a woman under a tree. No jewels on her body except her hairpin, surrounded by many Rakshasa women, clearly there to guard her. Both recognized each other through various proofs that they carried. Then Hanuman had an idea. Why don't you climb on my back? I will carry you back safely to him. Mata Sita asked him, did he ask you to carry me back? No, I don't think even he knows I am capable of this. It will be a surprise. A pleasant surprise. Let my husband liberate me. His honor is at stake. It was time for Hanuman to leave. Mata Sita requested Hanuman to have the fruits of the trees. The trees were her sisters, born out of Mother Earth. Hanuman jumped up the tree and leaped from branch to branch, swinging and jumping, tearing leaves, ripping out flowers, eating the flesh of fruits and dropping the seeds on the ground, creating a commotion. He threw the skin of bananas at the gods and the shells of coconuts and the pits of mangoes. The gods were stunned. This was an act of war. Bring this monkey to me at once, Indrajit, roared Ravan. Indrajit was the bravest son of the king of Lanka. He went to the garden and blew the conch shell, which shook the Rakshasas. Hanuman decided to surrender and have a look at the interiors of the palace. Indrajit shot an arrow at Hanuman. He was bound with a noose. Indrajit dragged him to Ravana's court. Ravan was furious to see the monkey. The Rakshasas were growling and clamoring for Hanuman's blood. Hanuman jumped up and sat right in front of Ravana, staring him straight in the eye. Hanuman asked for a seat. The Rakshasas had never seen a monkey talk. They did not know how to respond. Hanuman made a seat for himself with his tail coiled to create a tower. Ravan had to strain his neck up to look at him. Hanuman then said that he was Lord Ram's ambassador, and he warned Ravan of failing in dharma.
A monkey teaches me dharma, scoffed Ravan.
Vibhishan tried to reason with the consequences and requested Ravan to restrain his greed and lust. Ravan dismissed his advice and howled at Hanuman.
I shall roast and eat you for dinner tonight. And since you are so proud of your tail, we shall begin by burning your tail.
Indrajit raised his bow to shoot Hanuman down. But by then, Hanuman had flown far away into the sky where arrows won't reach. The only place that the fire could not touch was Ashokvan, where Mata Sita was telling stories to the women and children of Lanka.